Don't make mistakes when you first sign up with Medicare. Avoid costly mistakes from the very beginning. Listen to this video and learn how to avoid making some real costly mistakes. My name is George Ibanez. I'm the founder and CEO of medigap.com. We help seniors selecting the right Medicare Supplement plan or Medicare Advantage plans from the very first time that they go on Medicare and help them avoiding some real costly mistakes that you can make when you go on Medicare for the first time. People go on Medicare at different ages and different times depending on their work situation. If they're not employed, or if they're turning 65 and they work for a company, they have 19 or less employees, they will typically go on either a Medicare Supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan at that time. Some other people, if they work for larger companies and they will continue to work, companies they have over 19 employees, they do have the option to go with the plan that is offered by their employer, or they can always go on Medicare if they decide that that's what they want to do or they prefer that, because it is a better option. But if you're pretty much with an employer that have less than 19 employees, you're going to go either with Medicare or a Medicare Supplement plan when you turn 65. And if you're in a company that has over 20 employees and they do offer a health insurance program or group health insurance program, at that point you need to evaluate whether that's a better option for you or a worse option. And the way you're going to do with that is going to be simple mathematics and figure it out if the plan you get from Medicare is going to be better than the plan that your employer offers. Typically, it's very hard to beat Medicare with a Medicare Supplement plan with any employer's plans, because with Medicare and a supplement, you have very, very little expenses out of your own pocket, where with a group insurance, you normally are subject to large deductibles and large coinsurance. So it is very important that from day one, you decide which one will work better for you. Make an assessment, call your insurance agent, or call us if you want, and we'll be happy to take a look at the options. Take a look at your employer's plan versus going on Medicare with a Medicare Supplement plan or a Medicare Advantage plan if you prefer going that route. But typically, if you call us and we look at the situation, we should be able to tell you right away which is the best option for you, comparing your employer's plan, if you have one, or going directly with Medicare with a Medicare Supplement or a Medicare Advantage plan. If you're turning 65 and you're going on Medicare, and you actually need to go on Medicare A and B because your employer, and you're still employed, doesn't offer a group plan, then you have to enroll on Medicare. The way you enroll on Medicare is you have an enrollment time, an enrollment period, which if you're turning 65 is going to be the 3 months before you turn 65, the month that you turn 65, and the 3 months after. And make sure you don't miss that enrollment period, because if you do, you're not going to be able to enroll again till either January or February or March of the following year, which is when the open enrollment is. So make sure that if you need to enroll on Medicare when you first turn 65, that you do it the 3 months before, the month off, or 3 months after. Now, if you're still employed, if you're working and you need to enroll on Medicare at a later time, let's say when you're 66 or 67 or 70, 75, whatever age you're planning to retire, that's a different story. All you have to do for that is let Medicare know that you are retiring. You need to fill up a form and let them know on which month you want to start Medicare. And what you're going to do is you're going to send them the form, you're going to sign up for Medicare through the Social Security, and normally your Medicare will start the month after you do the application to start if you're employed. Now make sure you do it with plenty of time, because Medicare is a slow mover, and especially Social Security, which is how you sign up for Medicare, through the Social Security office. So I would tell you that do it with plenty of time, because there's no way to rush these people to do things faster or to put a rush on things. It just will not happen. It happened to me. I tried to apply. It was a month and a half prior to me going on Medicare, and literally it took 3 months for them to send me my Medicare card and get everything done. So make sure you do it with plenty of time, so you're not scrambling last minute trying to figure out what you're going to do. Now, just so you know, there are also special enrollment periods during the year for different circumstances. Maybe if you didn't have an opportunity to enroll in Medicare because there was a catastrophic event, or there was an issue, or you just got released from jail, or you're homeless, or whatever the case may be, there's a lot of special election periods as well that you can select. But that's a whole new story. We have videos about that, about the different special election periods. But for the foremost, most of the people will enroll because either they're turning 65 or they're older than 65 and they're leaving their employer's plan. And that is the majority of the ones that you're going to see, and the most common one. Now, here's a warning. Don't get deceived by some of those phony commercials that you see on TV with famous celebrities trying to sell you into the idea of Medicare Advantage plans. Because some of those commercials only tell you the good things about Medicare Advantage plans, and they only tell you a very broad idea on the benefits. And they tell you things like, call us to find out if you're eligible to get hearing aids or vision benefits, or a card with a rebate where they will give you money to do this or to do that. And yes, some Medicare Advantage plans, very few, do provide those benefits, but those commercials are highly deceiving because the majority of the people don't get those benefits. So the only reason that they mention in the commercial is so you call them and they try to wrap you, they try to get you involved in making a decision about a Medicare Advantage plan. But please, by all means, do not pay attention to those commercials. Those are people that are actually in call centers. You're going to call them. You're going to talk to an agent that his only goal in life is to sell you something. They don't care what happens after the sale, whether you get the benefit or you don't get the benefit, whether you're going to get customer service or you're not going to get customer service, because you're never going to talk to that person again. You're never going to talk to the person in the call center that is getting you enrolled on a Medicare Advantage plan. Their sole purpose is to sell you something, and they don't care whether you like it or you don't, or down the road you have any issues, because those agents that talk to you during the initial sale will never talk to you again. In contrast, what we do in our company and what brokers do is we not only help you finding the right account, but then we service the account. What a concept, to service what you sell. Well, we believe in that. We have been around a long time, and we're firm believers that if you don't service the plans that you sell, number one, people are going to be very unhappy. And number two, people are going to leave you. They're going to leave the plan. They're going to leave the agent. Nobody wins. So one thing that we do very different than the call center is when you call us and we help you and we find you either a Medicare Supplement plan or a Medicare Advantage plan, not only do we enroll you on the plan, but we service you over the years on anything that you need. You have a problem with the plan, you call us, we take care of you. You have a problem because your prescription drugs, you're having a problem with them, we look into it and we help you. You have a problem trying to find a doctor in the network, we will help you. So there's a lot of difference between a brokerage firm that services your account and just a toll-free number that you call on a TV commercial that their sole objective is to sell you something, and they couldn't care less if they ever service you again. Now, the majority of the people that listen to those commercials on TV, they don't get a lot of those benefits that they tell you, hey, free this, free that, free this, free that. Those benefits are limited to certain areas in the country, and they don't specify on the commercial that, yeah, this benefit is for this area or this other area. They just generalize just to get you hooked up into that product. They also do not tell you the negative things about the plans, about the Medicare Advantage plans, such as the pre-authorizations for you to be able to get a surgery or a procedure that you need. And what they don't tell you is that before you get that surgery or that procedure done, it will have to go through a series of pre-authorizations which have nothing to do with Medicare. It's going to be some doctor at the insurance company second guessing the decision from your doctor and from yourself to get you a procedure that you very much need. Where if you would be on a Medicare Supplement plan, nobody will be telling you or your doctor what you can do or what you cannot do. And if it's a Medicare approved type of procedure, you will get it. And you don't need any insurance company to approve it or to tell you if you can do it or you cannot do it. And you don't have to wait either. Finally, the networks issues. If you never want to have a network issue, then don't buy a Medicare Advantage plans because they're network driven. Different than on a Medicare Supplement plan that there are no networks. On a Medicare Supplement plan, your network is basically every doctor in every hospital in America that accepts Medicare. You don't care if they take Aetna, Cigna, Humana, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it doesn't matter. As long as your doctor accepts Medicare. If you have a Medicare Supplement plan, you can go. And your doctor will be happy to take care of you. Now, in contrast, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, you better check if your doctor is in the network or not. Because if your doctor is not in the network, two things are going to happen. One is your doctor just won't take care of you if they don't want to take care of you. And if your doctor is not on the network of the insurance company that you have, if they take care of you, you're going to have to pay out-of-network fees, which normally are much higher than the fees that you will pay or the copays that you will pay if your doctor was in the network. So beware of that. With a supplement, there are no networks, so everything is game for you. With the Advantage plans, you will have a network, and you better check if your doctor or your hospital are in it, or you're going to end with a very big bill, with a very big surprise. Now, would you like some information on these plans? If you like some information and you would want to call us, we will be happy to go through everything with you. We will go through the Medicare Supplement plans, the Medicare Advantage plan, and the Medicare drug plans. And we will help you select the plan that works best for you. And again, we are brokers. We don't work for any specific insurance company. We work for you. And we want to make sure that you get the best plan that you can possibly get for the least amount of money. We will help you select which one out of all the insurance companies out there will give you the best rate, and they will keep you the rate down for the longest period of time. So if you need help and you would like a professional brokerage firm to help you out with your Medicare needs, give us a call. And if you like this video, give us thumbs up and subscribe and hit the little bell, and that way you never miss any of our videos, and we normally post a new video every week. Till then, have a great day.